press 1. Para español, oprima 2. If you are an existing patient and would like to change or reschedule your appointment, press 1. If you are seeking mental health services or would like to make a referral, press 2. For medical record request, at NYPCC, we believe everyone deserves access to the best mental health care, and we translate this belief into action every day. NYPCC provides quality care 7 days a week with extended hours to make it easier for families to come after school or work. Same-day appointments are available so individuals can get the care they need when they need it. Our centers are conveniently located near public transportation to make it as easy as possible for our clients to get to us. Telehealth services are also available by telephone or video. Hi, how can I help you?
Hi, can I speak with Dania Geronimo?
Are you a client or?
Yeah, she just called me.
Give me a second. What is the patient's date of birth?
January 26, 1982.
12682?
Yeah.
What's the last name?
Ramazanova?
And what's your first name?
Ilona.
At NYPCC, we believe everyone deserves access to the best mental health care, and we translate this belief into action every day. Hello?
Yeah?
Hi, Luna. This is Dania.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm struggling.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's been going on?
Been keeping busy.
Yeah. You're just struggling, so I figured maybe something else happened or
Nothing
maybe
happened.
you're
It just feels
unsure.
like a lot of work.
Okay.
A lot of work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Um, what's been what are some things that you are that's keeping you busy?
I can't hear you. Can you speak up a little bit?
Oh, wait, let me raise my volume. Now, can you hear me now? Do you hear me?
Yeah. Now I can hear you.
Okay. Okay. I asked, what are some things that are keeping you busy?
Well, I do have to educate Patrick, and I have to somehow cook food that agrees with me, and you know, just the regular housework.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yesterday, somebody was banging on my. I couldn't tell if it was the walls because just to wake me up in the middle of the night. The walls or my door. I'm not sure which one. You know,
Mm-hmm.
if I had to
wow.
like make a statement in court, I wouldn't be sure if it was the walls or the door. But someone was definitely banging on something.
Really? Wow. Mm-hmm.
And they were banging on your door? I mean, or on your wall?
I would assume.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
woke me up.
Yeah.
Who woke you
That's
up?
stressful.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's definitely stressful. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I probably would have gotten startled. Somebody was knocking hard enough to wake me up, you know? So that's stressful. Yeah. And you said, oh, what time was this, more or less? You say it was
I don't
like, you were
remember. I
sleeping
went back
already?
to sleep. It was like,
Yeah.
it was still dark outside. It was after I
Yeah.
went to sleep.
Hmm. Yeah, that's wrong. Hmm. Yeah. And usually when people are, I mean, at least for me, I know if I'm woken up in the middle of the night, it's harder for me to function in the morning. You know, it's a bit more difficult for me to function in the morning.
How often do you get woken up in the middle of the night?
Not often. It doesn't happen often. But I know
And
if it does
typically, when
happen.
that happens to you, is it like a malicious action or it's just like,
Oh no,
it's always an
not
accident,
malicious at
right?
all. Like in my case, I know it's not malicious. Like I know to my new neighbors, they come in. I think they probably have, or maybe the dad has like a weird work schedule because he comes in late in the night, probably like at 3 in the morning, and I'm a very light sleeper. Like I'm a very, very light sleeper. Um, and occasionally I'll hear him like fumbling with his keys trying to open the door. I think because they are new, they are still having some challenges just kind of getting the door open, you know, because there's like kind of like a trick to it. So from time to time, it will be so loud, his footsteps, and just trying to open the door at night that will actually wake me up, especially because it's so quiet. Yeah, so it's definitely not malicious at all. In my case, I know it's not malicious. People are just coming in, going into the apartments, and I don't think, besides people in the past stealing, like even my groceries and my packages, which they ended up kicking those people out of the building. That was the only malicious act that they did to me and to a lot of other neighbors. Other than that, I am grateful that.
Ended up kicking who out of the building? Since the story is so like in depth and entertaining, I really need to know. Ended up kicking who out of the building?
Yeah. So after.
And on what grounds?
On my floor. So after there was a couple that lived a few down the hall from me, and they ended up moving to Florida. And somehow, after they moved, two individuals moved into their apartment. So I don't think that they had like a lease, or maybe the couple told them about it, or they gave them the key. I don't know how it happened. But I know for sure that they were the ones taking people's packages, they were stealing. We even have the footage. We even have footage of them like stealing people's packages. And I think that because they weren't on the lease, they were kicked out of the building. We had enough proof to say that they were stealing, and they were kicked out of the building. So, but I think it's because they weren't on the lease at all. They just kind of moved in after the couple moved out. So I don't know if they were like family members. I don't know. I don't know the logistics of it. All I know is that they were.
And how did this happen? Was it teamwork?
It
Oh.
was definitely teamwork. It was definitely, it was definitely teamwork. Like, I didn't have a Ring camera, but my neighbor across from me, who also moved, who recently moved, had a Ring camera. And you could literally see them because I get, like, food delivered. Like, I'll get, like, if I'm ordering, like, a large order, I'll use Instacart if I'm getting like water or just big orders. I'll use Instacart. And Instacart delivered my order. For some reason, they didn't knock on the door. And once I got the text that my order was outside, was in front of my building, I mean, not in front of my building, in front of my door, I open the door, and it's not there. And I'm like, what is going on? So I ended up calling Instacart and telling them they probably delivered it to a different address because where I live, it gets kind of confusing. But come to find out, I asked my neighbor if she could, look at her camera, and there was this guy stealing my groceries, like literally, just took my groceries right after it was delivered. So,
was there like some motivation? Other like, what do you like feel about these people? Was there some sort of motivation? Like, did they, were they like hungry? I don't know. What was the motivation for people stealing groceries? Because usually I would think they're hungry people,
It wasn't just food that they sold. They sold people's packages, So in my case, it was food. It was my groceries, but they sold packages. I mean, I don't have proof of the packages.
So financially, it didn't work out for everyone to keep them living there, Because I know plenty of people, they don't live on the lease or whatever, but they just, hang out.
Of course.
Yeah. So it was teamwork, basically, right? It was just that sort of situation.
Teamwork made it. Teamwork did it. Because they were stealing from everybody. So
in any case, I think it's so great when they install cameras. Like, I used to think, the cameras, like, like a lot of people feel that way, like technological surveillance. Sometimes it doesn't catch the nuance of the situation, and like it doesn't ask why this is happening either. So that could be tweaked to some or other agenda too. So I was like, okay, whatever, because they were like about to like install like retinal scanners on corners and stuff like that to check for repeat, like if somebody has a record, it would scan your eyeball. And I'm like, no, that's scary, because a lot of people think, you need like intelligent sociology to fix the problems, because we keep breeding this sort of crime, So, and a lot of people are like, no, it's better for the rest of the people. But after living here, I'm like, well, how could this camera have hurt me? Like, I don't go out into the hallway and steal people's packages. I don't stand there and fight with people or scream at the top of my lungs. I don't smoke anything. I don't drink anything, So, like,
exactly.
I don't know. Sometimes I think, well, maybe it would help, because we're like challenged to accept this as evidence, because it goes above our capabilities of manipulating this device, like and I know that people are capable of doing this, so but then you think like, oh, but why would they do that, like it's just like why would they set up like one loser for like a high class crime,
Yeah.
Like what would the gain be from like one loser? Like, but then I think this world is getting so twisted. We really need like real intelligence in like law enforcement to fix these situations, because there is a lot of like even terrorism, I believe, I don't know what other people believe, that's being manipulated into effect to pay people off, to pay people that would have investment in anti-terror, for instance. Like when those pipe bombs got mailed to Mrs. Clinton, I thought, wow, how does this even happen, So even though this is like some bullshit comparatively, like, I feel like, I just wish that people would be like raised with more love, there would be more intention in the way we live, and we wouldn't get so lost in financial gain as to like commit ourselves to doing things that in the long run are not like in, you know, the overall are not acceptable in the public eye.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
I mean, oh my
agree.
God, that was a lot of wind, but you know what, like, I don't feel so great having to like figure out what kind of like meals I'm gonna cook, because you know what, it should be easy, you know. Like my salt is making me urinate. Yeah, sure.
Ilona?
Go ahead.
Thank you for calling New York Psychotherapy and Counseling Center. To continue in English, press 1. Para español, oprima 2. If you are an existing patient and would like to change or reschedule your appointment, press 1. If you are seeking mental health services or would like to make a referral, press 2. For medical record request, Hi, good afternoon. How can I help you?
Hi, can I speak with Dania Geronimo? We got disconnected.
Sure, what's your name?
Ilona Ramazanova.
Give me a second. At NYPCC, we believe everyone deserves access to the best mental health care.
Hello?
Hello, hi.
Hi,
Tanya.
I was calling you on the other line. I was wondering if you were done.
I'm so sorry. I got a call from the office and I was trying to transfer your call. I mean, I was trying to pick up the call. I ended up hanging up on you, so I apologize for that. Yeah. Yes, but like you were saying, I do agree. I agree with what you were saying earlier before we got disconnected.
Yeah. So like I was gonna say, I ran out of salt like for my food and stuff because I've been cooking a lot because of Thanksgiving and everything. And I bought a new salt, and it seems like every time I eat something with the salt, I've been urinating. So now I have to go and try to look for another salt brand or something. Is that strange?
Yeah. I mean,
It's not a UTI because I've had UTIs. I know what that feels like, you know?
yeah.
And it's like not normal to have a reaction to salt.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't know. Like, I have never had, that's beyond my scope of knowledge. I have never had any reaction to salt or different kinds of salts. So I wouldn't know. But, I mean, the good thing is that you are very much aware of your body and you know how certain things affect you. So if you feel like maybe this different salt is making you pee more, then you probably should switch back to your, to your previous salt. Although, you wouldn't think, oh yeah, I got this different salt, so you wouldn't think it's a big deal or that it will affect you. But in your case, I guess it is because I don't think about like the brand of salt, um, that I purchase or that I buy. Um, so it's unfortunate that you have to, deal with all of those little small things because that's frustrating.
Yeah, and you were talking about packages being stolen. I've had like I
Yeah.
just stopped like even mentioning it. Like I've had a few go missing, but they're gonna replace them anyway because it's like um Amazon, and they just like, I don't know, they must not care about their merchandise too much. But sometimes I feel like mad because like when everything's small scale and people do care about what they produce, it has an effect.
Yeah.
Not like just ecologically, which is like, so far from my mind, how much garbage we're producing, but the effect that it has on me, my life, how I feel about it, and my body, like just because you can't make garbage for somebody to consume, should you?
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like gross. It's getting gross. I think that's like the definition of the word gross. It and I just feel gross. Like living like in New York, I feel gross. Like I've been thinking about maybe like what opportunities do I have to like maybe move to Canada or something. I'll be honest, because it's been like an unpleasant experience, and I don't know what my opportunities are either, so
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm all ears.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so maybe that's something that you could maybe explore and look into, the pros and cons to moving to Canada. So,
Yeah, I mean, I haven't like actually heard from Patrick, his father, over years, and like I just assume he's there, like in my mind it's a solid he's there, but I don't really even like talk to him, and I don't know him. And also like my daughter, like I Google her, but I don't have the means to find her. So do you know any way that I could reach out to these people, because I really don't? And then this would be like my only reason to stay like in the tri-state area would be my family, but I don't really communicate with them. I talk to Patrick and stuff, and it seems like far-fetched, like I don't have an income, this or that, but I believe in it. Sometimes like a change of environment is real, because I feel like half my problems wouldn't be able to follow me. Like I just want to eat like a normal person, and I'm not a lazy person, and I'm also not like stuck up, like
yeah. I agree with you. I think that changing an environment can significantly impact people's lives, so especially New York City. New York City sucks. Like,
yeah, I'm definitely, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I'm definitely stuck in the middle of some politic right now, and I am a human being, and so is my son, so whatever long-term gain from sticking it out I can imagine, I'd rather us be healthy along the way, so
yeah, I think that you have to make the best decision for yourself. And
it's not a decision at this point. I'm just open to options. Like I just don't know. Like I looked it up, and I'm like, I don't know. Like I don't know why I feel like confiding this in you, that had I like the opportunity, I might consider moving, because it's just so gross. It really is. It's like literally gross. Like, people are a product here. That's how I feel.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think it's good that you are exploring that potential. I think that that's a better way to put it. I think it's great that you're exploring that potential, because the thing is, you have to try to do something different in order to get out of your environment, because a lot of people are basically in certain situations, but they are not looking for other ways to kind of get out of that situation. So the fact that you are even thinking about it, or probably already doing some type of research, it's a big deal. It's a good thing. And so
I mean, I haven't been doing much of it lately. I'm just sitting here thinking
Yeah.
that people that are like willing to like compromise their like financial politics or whatever just for the sake of my health, maybe they'd come up with some ideas how to get me out of the situation, because I just really like, I don't even know what to say. Why should I have to get a different salt brand?
Yeah.
Is it the
I
brand
agree.
anyway, or is it like the store? And what, like,
Yeah, I agree with you. And I think that if you are able to, if given the opportunity, or if you are able to explore the potential of living somewhere else, then you should definitely explore that. I know for sure. I don't know when I'm going to move out of New York City, but I don't think that New York City is my forever home. I don't know where I'm going to move to, but it probably will still be here in the U.S. But I feel like I do need like a slower pace of life. I do need a little bit more greenery. New York City is so dirty to me. And, I need like a slower pace of life. And I think eventually that's going to be something that I'm going to explore as well. And so yeah, New York City. I think the only good thing about New York, I mean, not the only
I,
thing,
I, I
New York
like
City has a lot of
New
positives.
York before, but it seems that, like there's a lot of people that are gross.
Hmm.
Like, these just gross people, like they're really disgusting me and they're hurting me, and
Yeah.
like I just don't have the energy to put up the fight, because fighting them in and of itself turns me into something um, as disgusting as them. You know, it's
Yeah.
not under my control. It's
Yeah.
sometimes I feel that way, so, and it makes me a little bit sad, because like, what the hell is being accomplished here, and I don't like to think of people as like herds, or
Hmm.
you know I like to look at the individuals, but the way like New York City is, the way with what they're marketing is like crime, and
Yeah.
crime in like civil service, which isn't really civil at all. It's making people into like disgusting animals.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I agree with you. And I think that you should continue to explore potential opportunities outside of New York. I think that, yeah, because New York is not going to change, like it's not going to, I don't see it changing at all. Not that I'm being pessimistic, but I don't see New York City getting any better anytime soon. So we have to, make the change and try to the best of our ability,
It's
make
a
attempts to.
Exactly. It's about people being willing to sacrifice the easy life for something beautiful, for something real, because real is what's beautiful, you know? And
Yeah.
a lot of people just get paid off to overlook a lot of things. And that makes me mad. And it really affects me more than anybody, but it does affect everybody. It affects our children, you know? It affects
Yeah.
how they're being educated and what they can achieve, because the easy life is not always what's real. It's not what's good for growth as humans.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with you. 100%. Yeah. So I think that's good realization. So yes, I know that. So definitely. Well, thank you for sharing all of that with me. So I think I appreciate you sharing that with me because you didn't have to. So
Maybe I'm more moody today or something because I didn't have a pleasant night. Maybe our next conversation will be more pleasant. Maybe you'll get lucky.
this is not bad. This wasn't a bad conversation. I like this conversation. There's nothing wrong with it. I think it's a good conversation. And yeah. I don't know, but I hope you are able to enjoy the beginning of the week. So I hope you are able to enjoy the rest of the week. And I'll follow up with you next week.
Okay, happy holidays.
Thank you. Bye-bye.